Oh my days, what's happening at Spurs? Another manager sacked in less than 12 months. So today we're doing something different. We're choosing the perfect manager to replace Thomas Frank. According to the rumors, there is 15 names that I've shortlisted here. We'll pass through each one and choose the perfect one. Stay till the end to find my perfect one to replace Thomas Frank. Let's get into it. The first name I have on this shortlist is Roberto De Zerbi. Maybe it's gonna be a hot take, but for me, Roberto De Zerbi is one of the most overrated coach in Europe, if not the most overrated one. He's just left Marseille after a fail. Can we say that his time at Marseille was successful? I don't think so. No, there is no trophy. Again, he just suffered a 5-0 defeat, the heaviest defeat in a Clasico against Paris Saint-Germain. Again, he has main ideas that he believes in and he doesn't change it. For example, his back three, his midfield of two playing against a Paris Saint-Germain team with a back three that your players have showed you that they don't understand, with a midfield of two against Paris Saint-Germain, and you want to press them high. Of course, you are gonna get killed. I think Roberto De Zerbi has a lot still to prove to join a bigger team like Tottenham. I've heard rumors linking him to Manchester United. He thinks he can even join Manchester City. Look, I don't know where where this Roberto De Zerbi has got all this hype, because again, he's gotten Sassuolo playing well. Yes, he's gotten a Brighton team in Europa League playing really well. Yes, he plays great brand of football, but I still think he needs to learn a lot. And in a context like Tottenham, where the pressure will be mounting, where they will be wanting a manager who can also bring in trophies, not just a style of play. Think he's the wrong fit. Honestly, I still think he's the wrong fit. I think Berto De Zerbi, like a manager, we talk also about Ruben Amorim, still needs to go low and really like reduce also their ego, because these coaches, I don't know, I don't understand why they really have such a big ego. The next manager I want to talk about is Marco Silva. Marco Silva has done an extremely good job by keeping Fulham in the Premier League for these recent years. Plays a great brand of football. Has been rumored to join Al Hilal. I think in the last summer he didn't join it. Them His contract is running up till this summer with Fulham, and honestly, I think Marco Silva will do an okay job. Yes, he comes in a Fulham team where he didn't win. I think apart from that promotion, he didn't win that much. He's not a coach that has experienced at top level, but I think in Marco Silva there is a great manager, has great ideas. I think this Spurs team, how they're built, can he can achieve great things with them. So for me, again, I think Marco Silva will be an okay fit. The next manager, and I think the dream target for Spurs is Xabi Alonso. Quite frankly, I think it's unlikely. I don't see Xabi Alonso going to Spurs. I think he's eyeing bigger projects. It's not lacking respect saying that Manchester City and Liverpool are way in advance in their project than Spurs. I don't see him coming to Spurs, and especially again his brand of football. I still think it won't work. I still think he also has that brand of football that's really energetic, that requires these players to press high. And again, I don't think that's what Spurs need with their current setup of team. So for me, I think Xabi Alonso in the summer goes either to Manchester City or Liverpool, and not Spurs. A manager that I've surprisingly heard rumors about is Robbie Keane. Honestly, haven't really followed his work a lot in the Greek league with Ferenc Tsavos. Is that how we pronounce the name? But apparently he's doing really great there. He's leading the table with friends of us, playing a great brand of football. This is a manager who could come in at Spurs, especially that he already has a connection with the fans. He is a Spurs legend. For people who may not know him, has really showed great things when he was playing back in Premier League. Again, still think he doesn't have top level experience. I don't think that this Spurs context fits him. Again, I think it would result to the same thing as Thomas Frank. So for me, I don't think it's the right fit, you know. What about Andoni Iraola, guys? I want to hear thoughts about Andoni Iraola. This is a manager I really rate. I've heard a lot of people in the latest few months telling me that he is overrated, that he is a one season wonder because of the recent results of Bournemouth. Guess what? Bournemouth are back in ninth place and are 4 points, I think, behind Liverpool in sixth. Bournemouth could still again finish in a European spot, could even beat their highest spot last season. I think they finished ninth, which is the highest in their entire history. Again, we're talking about a manager that plays a great brand of football, that is extremely promising. His contract is running up this summer. Again, I think he's a good fit for most of the teams that are looking for a manager this summer. Yes, he doesn't have top level experience, but what he has shown me for me at Bournemouth is great. But isn't he the same case as Thomas Frank? Wouldn't he be? Wouldn't Spurs need a manager who has shown that he can win trophies, who has had high level, high top Europe level experience? I think that's what Spurs need. And again, we're talking about a manager that plays the most demanding type of football in the Premier League. Bournemouth are the most hardworking Premier League team. They lead in all the pressing metrics. So again, I don't think that's the right type of football that Spurs need. So for me, I would put him in okay since he's promising and has shown great things. And I'm curious. I would be curious to see what he will do with higher budget with top level players again. But again, not convinced is the right one. Gareth Southgate is another manager. I think you all will be surprised, but I think Gareth Southgate will be an okay move. I think he has proven with that England team that his man management is incredible, if not the best tactically. But again, I don't think that Spurs need a manager who's incredible tactically. I think they need a guy who can win, a guy who can win, a guy who can instill the mindset that I think has lost. Because again, in that Spurs team, I think the problem is not about talent. It's not about work. I think it's all about mentality. And that guy like Gareth Southgate, who comes in as an ex-England coach, who comes in with that high pedigree, I think would really work well in the Premier League. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it would be an okay move. What about Enzo Maresca? Honestly, Enzo Maresca would be the best fit. You know, he combines the mind management but with incredible tactics. He wants to play that possession based football that I think would fit in well with the Spurs team, with the likes of Xavi Simons. You have players like Matistel who are still developing, Dejan Kulusevski who will come back. James Madison, I think this brand of football would fit would fit Tottenham, but again, I think he is the next manager of Manchester City. My prediction is that he replaces Pep Guardiola in the summer. So let's see what happens, but I'll put him in great fit. I'll still put him in great fit. I think Enzo Maresca will do well, and he has shown in at the top level that he can win trophies. He has won that World Cup trophy with Chelsea. He has won also the Europa League with the no the Conference League with Chelsea. So again, he has Premier League experience. There is no downside on Enzo Maresca. He is one of the high names, but I think it's unlikely. But let me put him in great fit so far. What about Julian Nagelsmann? It's totally unlikely again. He is German coach. He's gonna coach at the World Cup Germany, and there is rumors that he could depart in the summer again. I don't think so. Why would he leave his position as a German coach? I think Germany will do extremely well at the World Cup. So again, don't see why he will leave. If he leaves, I think again no lack of respect to Spurs fans, but I think he will leave for a bigger project. I'm talking about a project like Manchester City. I'm talking about a project like Real Madrid, project like Liverpool. And again, his brand of football, his high energy type of football, I don't think that's what Spurs need again, you know. So for me, I think it's unlikely. What about Mauricio Pochettino, the last manager that has made Spurs fans, maybe Andre Postecoglou also counts, that has made Spurs look great again. That Champions League final. those Premier League years where he uh, was fighting for top four always. Even that season when he fights for the title in 20, is it 2017 or 2016? I don't remember well. But Mauricio Pochettino since then, it's complete fell at PSG, not a success at Chelsea, and is currently doing an okay job at the at the USA men's national team. So would the comeback in the Premier League be the right one? I really think right now would be a wrong move. I I'm the type of guy that don't believe in comebacks. I don't believe that a manager coming back or a player coming back, it's always a sign of lack of ideas. I think Spurs have had a great time with Mauricio Pochettino, but his recent experience hasn't quite worked well. Maybe he needs also to come back in a context that he knows really well. But again, I think there is better coaches to go for, especially a coach who hasn't managed you know, like a top team in the latest few months. What is he going? I'm not sure about Mauricio Pochettino. I'll be curious to hear what Spurs fans think because I think they really rate Mauricio Pochettino. The other manager that has been rumored to move to Manchester United and to Tottenham is Kieran McKenna. He has refused to leave Ipswich. We remember that season with Ipswich in the Premier League where he was linked to Chelsea, to Manchester United. He chose to stay and he's back in, I think he's back in the Championship, and I think that relegation kind of took a bit away his pedigree as a manager because he was highly rated. Uh, I still think he's a great manager, but again, I don't think that's the right fit. Another manager coming in who has done a great job with Ipswich in the Championship, but again has shown great brand of football. But again, he hasn't won really anything. He doesn't have a top level experience. Yes, he has coached Manchester United youth team with Manchester. He has also experience with Manchester United. But again, we want a manager that has won something. A manager who will make these players want to even to reach another level. So the next manager that almost won something is Edin Terzic. Again, we remember that Dortmund team that went in a Champions League final, playing a great brand of football. I think his brand of football would fit in the Premier League. Remember also that heartbreak at the last day of the league when they didn't win and Bayern won Bundesliga again. Again, Terzic, there is something loose about him. That's the thing, you know. Will this combination work with Spurs? I think Spurs again they need, you know. I'll put him in okay because of the brand of football he plays, but I'm not convinced this would be a great fit. A manager I'm convinced would be a great fit is Oliver Glasner. Oliver Glasner has proved that he can work in a team without budget. His work with Crystal Palace in that team when Stephen Parrish didn't give him all the tools to work well, he still did great. He's the only manager to win a trophy for Crystal Palace in the last few years. I feel that FA Cup has shown really great things. He can play with a back three, can play with a back four. He even said that he prefers playing with a back four. He has shown it at Frankfurt. He has the experience of top level since he coached at Frankfurt, since he won that Europa League with Frankfurt. He is a serial winner. Uh, Again, he dreams of an opportunity in a top team. He has shown that he can improve offensive players when you have young players like Xavi Simons, Matisse Tel. He has worked with young strikers. He has progressed every striker he has played with. Look at the level of GP Mateta right now. Again, I think he fits what he fits also what Daniel Levy wants. You know, the type of manager really that's gonna demand a lot. He will work with what he have. So again, I think it's a great fit. Even could be the one for me, but I'm keeping the one for for the last one. I really think, yeah, I really think Leverkusen has everything. Honestly, a manager that I think would be a wrong fit again. A manager who's more worried about his ego than the results. I think it's Ruben Amorim. Managers like De Zerbi, Ruben Amorim really have to go like step lower, go coach, go again, prove yourself, and again, maybe question yourself, question your ideas, and then you get a chance again at the top level. I think Ruben Amorim would be the suicide. He has proven that he doesn't want to move from his 3-4-3 system. Is that system really system that Spurs need? I'm not sure. Again, he's brand the type of football. I'm not sure that fits with what Spurs have as a team. Again, I'm not sure about Ruben Amorim in the Premier League. A manager I think would be a great fit again is Xavi Hernandez. You all tell me that Xavi Hernandez, he has already again. We want a manager that has won La Liga. He has proved with Barcelona that he can be, he can win a lot even without the fans, without the players. Look at the players he got when he was managing Barca. We're talking about Aubameyang, Adama Traore, and even with players who are not really Barcelona DNA, he still managed to do really well. He didn't keep his possession-based football. He adapted always, and that's something we're looking in a coach. Again, as a player, Xavi Hernandez has won everything. He comes in with that respect already. Again, I think Xavi would be a great fit. He has said that he would love to coach in the Premier League. I think he would be really a great fit. And Spurs fans, hear me out. I think Arne Slot would be the one. I really think Arne Slot would be the one. And Daniel Levy knows it because they were the one that went for Arne Slot. Even at his time at Feyenoord, they wanted to bring him after Pochettino, but Arne Slot refused. He said that he needed more time with that Feyenoord team. He needed more experience. He had the intelligence to refuse at that time. Really, right now, I think it's the perfect time. He's had an experience in the Premier League, has won the Premier League in his first season. I don't forget get that he played in Feyenoord. He played an extremely great football, brand of football, that possession-based football, type of football that I think can work with Spurs and with what they have. And that's also one of the reasons I think he should leave Liverpool. Again, I don't think, even if I'm really harsh on Arne Slot as a Liverpool fan, I don't forget that he's a great manager, and I never denied his qualities as a manager. He already has his assistant John Hitting, who is already at Spurs, and I think he's gonna take over for maybe the rest of the season. So again, there is connection between Spurs and Arne Slot. Arne Slot has experience of the Premier League. He is a serial winner. Has won with Feyenoord. Has won with Liverpool. Again, I think he is the manager that can come in. He's an extremely also great communicator. Again, I think he is the manager that can break Spurs' curse of no winning and comes in, plays great brand of football, and win. He also can adapt really well. I just think Al Nassr and Liverpool aren't the perfect marriage because, again, I think Liverpool needs, with Jurgen Klopp leaving, they need someone who will bring in a high energy football, someone who will bring in a football with high energy pressing football, which, for example, managers like Xabi Alonso, Julian Nagelsmann will do better than him, but that doesn't change the fact that he remains as a great coach, and I still rate him as a coach. And I think at Spurs he will do an incredibly great job. He also have huge players there, Xavi Simons, Van de Ven. Again, Spurs fans, I think he would be the great fit. I think he would be the one. So what do you think at home? Do you think I'm crazy to think that Arne Slot would be the right manager, or would you prefer another manager, maybe of Pochettino? Again, a return of Pochettino or other managers like Maris. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more football. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.